Hello, my name is Nikki Ramirez-Smith with Ramirez-Smith Law. I want to talk to you for a minute today about ICE check-ins. I am getting numerous calls related to ICE check-ins and people who are very concerned about whether they should check in. There's a number of rumors circulating about ICE check-ins online. The question is if ICE calls you for a check-in on a weekend, are you going to be detained? The likely answer to that is if you get a call for an emergency check-in on a weekend, yes, you are more than likely going to be detained. So you need to prepare yourself for that. If you get a call for an emergency check-in at any time, there is a good chance that ICE may be detaining you. There are going to be circumstances where you have a regular check-in. That does not necessarily mean that you're going to be detained. Now, who is being detained? One of the main reasons for being detained is if you have entered within the last 2 years and have not filed an immigration application. So if you have been put in court proceedings or you have not yet been put in court proceedings and you did not file an immigration application within the first year after you entered, if you're filing for asylum, it has a 1-year deadline from the date of your entry. If you did not file that application within that year, there is a high chance that you might get called in for a ICE check-in and they will detain you. So it is very, very important that if you've not filed that application, you need to get that application in. If you have fear of returning to your home country, that asylum application needs to be filed. If you're called in for a check-in, you should immediately consult with an attorney and speak with them about what your options are and what forms of relief are available to you, because there is a decent chance that you are going to get detained. Another reason that you might be detained is if you have picked up a new criminal charge or any criminal charge since you entered the country or since you were released. If you were released on a criminal charge and you've gotten any probation violation, even if you don't have a new criminal charge, these charges that will get you detained could be as minor as driving without privileges. So it's very, very, very important that if you have ICE check-ins right now or you're called in for an ICE check-in, that you consult with an attorney before you go to your ICE check-in. Now, does that mean you should miss that ICE check-in? No. If you miss the ICE check-in and you do not appear for that ICE check-in, then a warrant will be issued for your arrest. At that point, it is much more difficult to get a bond for you. So it is very, very important that you don't miss the ICE check-in. What will happen if you are called in for an ICE check-in and you don't check in? It is very likely they will come and find you. They will come out, they may get a warrant for your arrest for failure to check in or failure to appear for your check-ins. So then they might come to your house or your job site in order to detain you. So it is very, very important that if you get a call for an ICE check-in, that you try to speak with an attorney before that check-in or request that they set the check-in out just a little bit so that you can meet with an attorney before you go to that check-in. That way you can fully evaluate what your options are and your plans so that we can figure out if there's any way that we can assist you in preventing detention. So right now it is very, very, very critical that you consult with attorneys before your immigration check-ins. It's also very important that you do not get any criminal history. Even a probation violation can result in your immediate detention. If you have further questions, feel free to contact our office. Ramirez-Smith Law, 208-461-1883. Thank you.